Hello, everybody. My name is Jenny. I'm on the HCG diet, sorta. And, just struggling my way through it. If this is your first time on the diet, kudos to you. It's so much easier the first time you do it to stick with it because it's new and it's fresh and you're scared to screw up. And, oh, I did so good the first time I was on this. So good. All right. That being said, it's okay. It is okay. What did the scale say today? It said I gained a half a pound. All right. Let's talk about it, shall we? My topic today is going to be one of the reasons why, and it actually is not mentioned what I'm reading in the protocol, which is not much. It doesn't exactly say what it is that I was going to talk. Well, yeah, it does. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. I mentioned yesterday that I was going to eat really well yesterday because I kind of wanted to get back on track and, had a little bit. The weakness overtakes me. All right, so I didn't. All right, let's just say I had a tiny little scoop of turkey chili in the morning. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So good. I mean, there's no croutons or anything in it. It could have been worse. I could have had a bowl and I could have added to it. But yeah, no, I had some turkey chili. And then, did I have my salad later on? No, because I totally forgot when I had the turkey chili that it was Wednesday until the notification came up on my phone. And I was having dinner with my girlfriend last night. All right, the struggle is real. We ended up going to a place neither of us had gone to before. It was like a small little bar grill kind of place. We've driven past, never been inside. All right, we get inside and the food was amazing. Pretty empty place. I mean, it was a Wednesday. But all in all, I got to write a Yelp review because it was so good. She said her food was amazing too. And the waitress even's like, everything we have is amazing. We're asking for recommendations. Everything we have, I'm like, everything you have can't be amazing. Oh my. Here's the problem though. And my girlfriend knew that I just told her I was doing no carbs. That's basically what I said in terms of the diet. So they had a $9.99 menu with a whole bunch of different options, but the fish were all they were all bottom dwelling. I don't like any bottom dwelling fish. I just like fresh fish. I like a salmon and a cod and a halibut. Sort of. Some of the halibut's a little too fishy. Sea bass, flounder, sort of. Again, some of the flounder is a little too fishy. But basically, I like a whitefish or a pig. I like a fish that swims up here, not one that crawls down here. So they had scallops and crabs and I don't know, scampi stuff that I typically don't eat. So that was out. Everything else was a pasta. This was basically a menu because Lent is here now. So they had a lot of pasta options. Well, all the pastas are out. And again, not a big fan of pastas. I do point out a lot the things I don't like on here. I should point out that I do eat a lot of different foods. Anyway, so there was nothing on the $9.99 menu. Of course, the menu that I had, it really wasn't that expensive. I think I paid $10.99 maybe for my meal. I looked hard. They had zero salads. There was no. And my girlfriend even said, she was like, "They don't have a salad here." I'm like, I know. That was going to be my go-to. So I thought I'm going to order the chicken. And it was a chicken sandwich, but I was just going to get it without the bun. So as soon as she comes, the only thing I could find was chicken. And I said, can I have, or does your chicken grilled or how is it prepared? And she said, it's fried. It's got a batter coating on it. So I said, all right, give me the burger, but no bun. So I got the burger. It was a decent size. It was a little too undercooked, I think. I ordered it medium. It was a little too, I don't mind really pink at all, but if I were to ever go back, I'd get medium well because it was a lot more pink than normally you get from medium. Medium is usually I just sort of see a hint of pink, but Anyway, it still tasted delicious. And I didn't even notice it was that pink. I mean, so it tasted really good. I didn't even notice it was that pink until I had brought home what was left over and I had it later on for a snack. I shouldn't have finished it, but I was worried that it wasn't going to taste good the next day. And I have such issues with throwing food away. So, yeah, look at me. I ate half of it and brought half home. Now, the benefit of that was chat, 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 and the burger got cold. So it didn't really taste that good. So I thought, I'm going to heat it up at home and it's going to taste much better. And here was the big part that I was the most proud of myself. I said no to the fries. Now, if you know me, bread and any kind of potato is an absolute weakness of mine. I can't think of any way to prepare potato that I don't like at all. And don't say sweet potato. Sweet potato is a whole different vegetable. It really is. It's just the word potato in the name. It tastes completely different. So no, I don't like sweet potato fries, and that kind of potato I don't like. But any kind of regular potato or red skin potato or fingerling potatoes or any other kind of potato, prepare it any way you want. I will down the whole thing and ask for seconds. So French fries, I mean, come on, people who don't even like potatoes like French fries. Boy, that was hard. But I asked her, even though I saw no salads on there, and I said, is there a way that you can do a side salad instead of the fries? And she said, yeah, we can do that. So was it a great side salad? No, but I mean, it was fine. And I got the dressing on the side and just drizzled a little bit on top. So yeah, that's what I had. Now, I had no carbs. It's meat. It had a strip of bacon on it. And it had an egg. But it was all protein. It was all carb-free. So the calorie count was up there. It was up there. And the fat content too, which is not on this diet. So that was my way of trying to work around the system and be the best I can in the situation that no actual salad was offered. I guess I didn't ask her, can I just have a big salad, since they were able to give me, the side salad. I mean, it really wouldn't have been great because the side salad was really, like some iceberg lettuce blend. I don't even know if it was a blend. It may have just been all iceberg lettuce. So it wasn't the healthiest place to go. But we went there because the place we were going to go to, I looked it up online and they were all like shared dishes. It was, I hate those kind of places. I went to California. I went to a restaurant called Tom Tom. And I was there with my 2 daughters, my sister and her 2 daughters. And that's all they had too. And we were at like this long table. And I kept thinking, well, the person down there, how am I going to keep getting the food I want to share? It just didn't make sense. And then we didn't know we were going to split that. We've been splitting the prices, the bills. And so I didn't know how to do that. And then we were going to have drinks. Anyway, so like 3 of us, I was paying for myself and my daughters. My sister was paying for herself and her daughters. But at any rate, it was so confusing to me, especially because 2 of us got chicken sandwiches. So how do you split a chicken sandwich? And it wasn't that big. It was a small, because it was overpriced, underportioned food in LA. Wouldn't recommend going to Tom Tom. They have a sister restaurant called, there's a couple of them in that family of restaurants, but I can't think of the name, Sir. And they had the same chicken, not as a sandwich, but larger with like green beans or asparagus, I can't remember, and a little bit of mashed potatoes and as a meal, and that was really, really good. The sandwich was okay. I didn't need the bread. Anyway, I digress. Unless you're going to LA or you live in California, then none of this matters. Hit me up if you're ever going to go to LA. I have a daughter that lives out there now, so I'm getting very familiar with a lot of the restaurants. All right. So I personally was proud of myself. I was proud of myself that I took the bun away, which I love bread. And with our meals came a basket of rolls. A basket of rolls. So I took it and I put it over in front of my friend and said, they're all yours. And she came back later and she said, you want a refill? I'm like, yes, we do. got her more. And when I was packaging up the rest of my burger, I took one of the rolls and I put it in there and said, I'm going to give this to my son because I could tell they were soft, delicious rolls. And it just makes me really, really happy on this diet when I can't have something to give it to somebody I love. Knowing if it's something that they love to eat. That brings me joy and it gives me the satisfaction of not eating the food. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. It really is. If there's something that I can't eat, I'll either save it for loading or for snacking on sometime later if I'm off the diet, or if it's something like a fresh baked roll that clearly can't be saved. Well, I only put things aside that are really like my ultimate favorites and the boys don't care about so much. If there's something that one of my boys, my husband or my son, would really enjoy, I make a point to give it to them so that it brings them pleasure. I don't know why, but that just helps me on this diet. All right. I'm going to be a ninja warrior on the rest of this diet. So I've kept my ninjas up from my last class that I taught for my little boy, Peter, who loves ninjas and is teaching me all their names. This is Lloyd. This is Master Wu. This is Kai. This is, one of these is Cole. I don't remember which one. Anyway, I'm learning them. From my little Chinese boy. All right. So I'm going to talk to you today about why I think okay, let's backtrack. I said we talked about stalls, and stalls are part of the diet, and they usually come after you've had some like high success numbers where it's your body kind of readjusting, usually due to water retention in some form. But today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different. If I can pull it up here, I don't know where I have it. There we go. Okay. Let's talk poop, friends. There's a little paragraph called constipation, which is actually kind of funny. It's only a couple sentences long, but I don't know. His verbiage just strikes me as really funny on this. Okay, here we go. Constipation, this is what it says. An excess of water keeps the feces soft, and that is very important in the obese, who commonly suffer from constipation and a spastic colon. While a patient is under treatment, we never permit the use of any kind of laxative taken by mouth. We explain that owing to the restrictive diet, I don't understand this verbiage. Anyway, let me read it one more time. We explain that owing to the restrictive diet, it is perfectly satisfactory and normal to have an evacuation of the bowel only once every 3 to 4 days. And that, provided plenty of fluids are taken, this never leads to any disturbance. Only in those patients who begin to fret after 4 days do we allow the use of a suppository. Patients who observe this rule find that after treatment, they have a perfectly normal bowel action, and this delights many of them almost as much as their loss of weight. Okay. I mean, really, does that not crack you up? And this delights them almost as much as their loss of weight. Okay. My nose is running today. That was gross. If you say my fingers, I apologize. All right. So, how many days has it been since I've had a bowel movement? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shall I fret? All right. I have eaten food for 8 days. And I haven't had a bowel movement. Now, I've had many other videos on constipation and bowel movements. I basically find myself repeating myself, so I don't want to get into it too much. I guess I'll just briefly go over this. In my opinion, until I start to feel uncomfortable at all, I just let it ride by and large and don't worry about it. When I find myself going like about 10 days or so at that point, I usually take the Smooth Move tea, which is a really delicious tasting tea if you like anise. It says it's a chamomile flavor, but let's be honest, chamomile doesn't really have much of a flavor to it. It's very, very mild flavoring. Whereas anise does have a stronger flavor, and there's anise in this. In my opinion, it just tastes like an anise tea, which is amazing and delicious. Especially we add a little bit of artificial sweetener to it, and it reminds me of anise cookies. If you've ever had anise cookies growing up back in the day, my mother made them every Christmas. And so I find pleasure in drinking the Smooth Move tea. Smooth Move tea is very gentle, and use a tea bag, drink it up, and you're supposed to have a bowel movement within 24 hours. I never do. I usually use that tea bag and just keep adding water to it and using it up throughout the course of the day. Day number 2, I get another tea bag. I do the exact same thing. And then sometimes by the next day or after that, I have a bowel movement. If I do start to get uncomfortable, I break protocol, and I take a laxative. We have a box of laxatives here, tiny little white pill. They're gentle. It's a gentle laxative. And I just find that way more pleasurable than a suppository. Suppositories are so aggressive. And one, I don't like the whole process of inserting a suppository. 2, it just makes like the colon spastic, and I don't like that. Whereas the oral laxative just makes you go, and brings about that happiness that Dr. Simeon spoke of. So, so it breaks protocol. The size of this little nugget is so minuscule. I can't imagine the amount of carbs or sugar that are in it because, why would they put sugar in it? So I don't completely understand the reason for not taking an oral laxative. Therefore, again, I break protocol if I need to, and that's what I take. So the fact that, in the past 2 days, I've added turkey chili into my diet, which I really shouldn't. Bad. Ended up having a burger with an egg and a piece of bacon on it and cheese and mozzarella or provolone or something on top of it. I can't remember. Not good. Staying basically carb free. There is a little bit of beans. The amount that I have, who knows how many, I could count how many beans there are in the little scoop of turkey chili that I had. I have some black beans and kidney beans and garbanzo beans all inside of it, but it's mostly meat. It's mostly turkey meat. And so they're just kind of spattered throughout for flavor and texture and diversity. But I don't think I have, I can count probably on one hand how many beans I eat within that. So, yes, I guess that's introducing carbs as well to my diet because there are carbs in beans. How many is in one bean, I don't know. But we learned on this protocol that even one almond can cause you to retain a whole bunch of water. Now, that has salt, but I believe that, increasing your carbs a little bit are going to affect everything as well. So, yeah, there we go. That being said, I've gained 1 pound in the past 2 days. These are also day 7 and day 8 of not having a bowel movement. So I'm not sweating. I really am not. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm justifying again. We all know I'm very good at that. And just justifying everything. But according to my chart, I'm going to be okay. I don't think I'm going to jump and do the smooth move. Well, we'll see. I don't know. It's kind of chilly today, so maybe some tea would be good. Maybe I will do the smooth move tea just because I enjoy it, just to have some tea today. And do that for 2 days and see if anything happens or changes. And I will wait until I start to feel... I don't know. I guess I don't even know what I do know what constipation feels like after my appendix surgery. I had a rough go of it. So I've never, with the exception of that and with the exception of like shortly after giving birth to kids and then I've constipated after each one of those kids. Those surgery. Well, the first three weren't surgeries, really, giving birth. But anyway, those major medical situations occurring with my body are the only thing that have caused me to ever be constipated, and feeling truly like uncomfortable and painful and like that. Normally, I just sort of feel like after 8 days, I feel fine, perfectly fine. But I would imagine in the next day or two, I'm going to start feeling like bloated and heavy is usually what it more feels like. And yeah. And I feel like my stomach is a little bit more distended. Not no pain and not true discomfort, but I guess you could qualify it as uncomfortable. So there you go. There you go. That's what Dr. Simeon says about constipation. Not a whole lot. But we have to admit that it's a real thing. And I mean, where did all that food go that I've been eating? Clearly, I've been burning a lot of it, but there is residual, unused food that needs to eventually, at some point, come out. And it will be a happy day on the scale when that happens. So there you go. Being a ninja warrior today, going to have fish and vegetables, just like I said I was going to yesterday. I know I'm not meeting anybody today for any food meals whatsoever. So I can be much better. Boy, it's hard to have friends do this diet. I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Hope everything runs smoothly for you today, and I'll see you tomorrow with another update. Goodbye.